It's Bumslide 30. So happy to see you this morning. Hope you're doing really well. Enjoy your cup of coffee. If it's your first one, put your feet up. Take your time. Watch the show. Relax.
Some people are already at work.
Yes,
already.
Like us. Yes. Thank you to Casey Security too, for sponsoring the show every single morning. We certainly appreciate it, you guys. I was chatting with Nathan.
Have you seen Daniel lately?
I saw Nathan this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, he came for a visit.
Daniel's been helping me because they're very involved with Bonsu.
Yes.
Casey Security is really involved with this.
Yeah, and Nathan's on the board.
Nathan, that's what I'm talking about. Who's Daniel?
His partner.
Nathan. Who's Daniel? Who's Nathan? Nathan has been in touch with me because he's helping me set up interviews with Jeannie from Bonsu.
Yes.
She's going to be on the show on Monday.
Yes.
Thanks, Nathan.
Absolutely.
Hi, Daniel.
Yeah.
I know who you are. I know the difference between the two.
He doesn't. He doesn't have to have
more coffee.
He doesn't know who I am most of the time.
Oh, I do so, Betty. Now listen.
Did you know? I was reading yesterday about this big, huge controversy.
Maybe I don't.
McDonald's will not fill your refillable coffee mug if you bring it to them. They will not fill it. I had no idea.
I first came across something that was about a week and a half ago, and it was a gentleman from somewhere in Ontario who said, "That's it. I'm not going back to McDonald's ever again because they're not doing things for the environment that they should do." And he asked to speak to a manager because he thought it was just the staff person being silly.
Being cranky.
And the manager said, no, it's an actual policy McDonald's has. They do not do that because of hygienic reasons. Sanitary reasons.
Well, it's not like you have to touch the nozzle to the bottle if that's what the issue is.
I think if you had your lips around a cup, and then you slide the cup under a dispenser thing, if there's any chance that your germs might touch that dispenser
thing. Well, then you
thing,
need to make it so that it doesn't do that.
Well, I was just thinking, why wouldn't McDonald's have a cup that they can pour the stuff into and then just pour it into your cup?
But if they're doing that, what kind of cup? It has to be like a glass cup, because then otherwise you're using...
washed. I don't know. There's got to... What about a coffee pot?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Fill up a coffee pot. You know what? Tim Hortons and Starbucks have been doing it for decades, apparently. And they'll give you 10 cents off your order. See? So McDonald's, Ronnie, honey, you got to step up.
Stop being such a clown when it comes to...
Oh, my gosh. And those plastic stir sticks? None. And you know what? Jim loves McDonald's coffee. So... Really? It's time.
He does, eh?
Yeah, he loves McDonald's coffee.
I don't know.
But he drinks instant coffee at home.
Oh!
Right?
Jim?
Yeah, he does. So does my mother.
Okay, you know Jim loves you.
Yes, he does.
Okay, this is trending on Twitter right now. Some signs that you know you are loved. What does Jim do for you it says, he loves me? When
I am throwing up, he will change the bowl in between hurls. That's love.
Every time you guys are having breakfast, she does this to you. I'm so sorry about that.
It's true though, right? When you are sick, like you think you're going to
die,
never recover from it, you're too weak to even lift your head up off the pillow. He's there with one bowl, and it's not even...
So you can't even get to the toilet?
No.
See, I think if he really loved you, he'd carry you to the John.
Oh, it would break his back. I love him too much.
You know what else he does? He does your car all the time.
This is love. I mean, I get up at 4:45 every single morning, mostly 4:30. And if it has snowed overnight, he will go out and brush the snow off of my vehicle. And if the plow has gone by, he will shovel the base of the driveway so that I can get out easily. That is love.
Keith, are you listening? Keith loves me. He every time I have a gig, if he's around, he takes complete control. He will carry my stuff. He will
awesome
set my sound up, my lighting, and everything.
That's huge. So you can be the artist.
He takes such. We did a gig. This is a favorite story of mine. I did a gig in Sudbury this one time, outside of Sudbury, Hanmer, I think. Was it Hanmer? And it turns out I got a booking from an agent that I work with in Sudbury. And it turns out it was an Italian restaurant in a freaking strip mall in Hanmer. And I'm doing Joan Rivers. Okay, so we get there and we arrived late. So I didn't know it was Hanmer until we were leaving for the gig. And they got us a hotel, but it was in Sudbury proper. So
Right.
you're like at least a half hour away.
A half hour about, yeah.
Yeah. So for us to get to the hotel, check in, and then drive to Hanmer, it's like, oh, I'm going to be a half hour late for the show if I don't go straight to the theater, because I thought it would be close to the theater, to the bar, any restaurant. So we get to this restaurant, and we walk in, and it's this really weird setup, and they've got this little stage and terrible lighting. And so thank goodness we brought a spotlight with us. Anyway, I'm like, where's my change room? They didn't have one.
What?
He said, well, if you go into the mall is closed now. You can use the public restroom in the mall. So we go in and we go to the ladies' room because it's got more space than the men's room, and I don't want it to get you ready in urinal because urinals stink in men's rooms and malls. And then there's no chair, so Keith has to go running through this mall to look, and he found a wingback chair, and then he had to like get it higher for me so I could see in my makeup mirror. He had to get extension cords. He's going to the maintenance people saying, I need an extension cord.
Wow.
The guy's cleaning the mall. Then he sets up the spotlight, does the lights for me. When the show ends, we're packing everything up, and the only way to get back to the car was to walk back through this restaurant.
Right.
And I got my suitcase. He said, put that down. You are not walking through that audience carrying your own stuff.
What a sweetheart. Oh, Keith.
He loves me. Okay, so here's how other ways you know that you are loved, according to Twitter.
Okay.
Their tails wag. Oh. Your parents give you all of what you truly need, but only 25% of what you simply want.
That's love. Because it's hard to do that.
They give you the last cookie without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And she talks you into leaving the royal family and moving to Canada.
That's love.
Yep.
So that's it. What do you do for Keith that shows him?
Nothing.
Okay. The end of that conversation, apparently. You know what? Sad news in the WWE world.
What's that stand for? The World
Wrestling is entertainment.
Yes, that's correct. It is.
A Hall of Famer, Rocky Johnson, The Rock. His dad passed away.
I didn't know he was Canadian.
Born in Nova Scotia.
Rocky Johnson, father of The Rock,
was born in Nova Scotia.
He was really well loved.
And you know what? The Twitter is covered, and social media is just, things are pouring in to talk about, you know what, too? What a handsome guy.
Do you know, had he been ill? Do you know any of the details?
No,
I don't. I don't either.
No.
But, look there. Oh, look what he was.
And that's Rock right
little
there.
Rock when he was a baby Rock?
Yep.
That's when he was just a pebble.
He was just a little tiny boulder. He was just a little grain of boulder there.
Oh, that's sad. It's
so
always
too bad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I got watching last night? Oof, the Aaron Hernandez story on Netflix. It's one of those crime series.
Yes. I love those.
I had no idea. This guy was gun obsessed. So he goes to trial for killing Odin Lloyd, who was the boyfriend of his girlfriend's sister. So he's dating a girl, Cheyenne, I think her name was, and her sister was dating Odin Lloyd. And he killed him. He killed his sister's girlfriend's boyfriend.
Why?
Well, that's the question. We think there's conjecture that maybe he found out about some previous crimes that Aaron Hernandez had committed. Because as it turns out, when they're investigating the Odin Lloyd murder, they go to this house where Aaron Hernandez was like basically his aunt kind of thing. When he had troubles with his mother, he kind of moved in with this lady. And in her garage is the car that police have been looking for a year that was involved in the shooting, a drive-by shooting of two other people. Aaron Hernandez and this guy run into this couple guys in a bar one night, and they spilled a drink on Aaron, and he freaks out, and his friend drags him out of the bar and says, don't make a scene, don't make a scene, and you're calming him down and stuff. Then they see, and as they're getting in their car, they see the two guys, the one that spilled the drink on him, they see them leaving, and Aaron says, catch up to them, and the buddy catches up to them, and he shoots into their window and kills them both for spilling a drink on him. So then they hide the car that they were in this garage.
Jeez.
At his aunt's house. So now they're investigating the Odin Lloyd thing. They find the car, and that ties Aaron Hernandez to he killed those two guys and then went on to play for a year with the Patriots. They signed him to like a $40 million contract, and a year earlier he had murdered two people who died by a shooting. And
the car was in the garage.
Or the garage, depending on where you're from. there's more. Like there's a double shooting in Gainesville, Florida that he might have been involved with. He actually shot this guy, Alexander Bradley, who was his friend, because I don't know, it's messed up, man.
Aaron Hernandez, what's it called? Do you know?
It's called Aaron Hernandez, A Criminal Mind, I think, on Netflix. This guy was like,
and larger than life.
He was an amazing football player.
Yeah.
You should see the footage of him play. Anyway, wow, good series. I'm only into the second episode, so.
Do you know where he is right now?
He committed suicide in jail.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, well, he also had a troubled life. He was, bisexual at least.
Really?
Which
football, was so, yeah.
Anyway, so that's an interesting one. You know what else might be on Netflix someday? Bond.
What?
Barbara Broccoli. Remember Cubby Broccoli? He was the guy who did all the Bond series, and I guess this is his daughter Barbara Broccoli and his.
Broccoli?
Yeah, that's Cubby Broccoli.
Never heard of him.
That was the James Bond guy that was like he held all the rights to the franchise or whatever.
Really?
Cubby Broccoli, yeah.
I had no idea.
I think he took the book series and turned it into.
Oh.
Anyway, Barbara Broccoli and her half-brother Michael G. Wilson in the 90s, they inherited the whole franchise, right? Oh, there's Barbara right there with that, what's his name? That actor who played Bond.
Yes.
Anyway, she's talking about maybe using streaming to create installments of the Bond series and put them on Netflix. She said, ideally, we'd like everyone to experience Bond films on a big screen in a movie theater. Yeah. But they also don't want to cut out people who maybe don't do that and they want to enjoy a Bond film at home. So they would actually create the film for a smaller screen.
Oh, so they would redo another movie. They're not going to just take chunks out of it.
No, they would create another installment of a Bond film,
that would
specifically shoot it for like a streaming series.
You know what? Probably a good idea too. I mean, I wonder how much more money it would cost to do both formats, for the theater and for streaming, because streaming is the way of the future. But then you would just
release it in a large cinema and then put it on. I think what she's saying is that you would film it differently if it was being filmed specifically for a smaller screen.
Gotcha.
Right. There's more about the Bond stuff I can tell you later on if you'd like. But right now we gotta go.
Please, we gotta go.
Because McLeod Highland Dance School. That's what it's a school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're sponsoring that Robert Burns dinner again.
Oh, good.
They do it annually at the Marconi. So we're going to talk about that coming up. And then you have the news.
Yes, I have the news coming up.
And there's more than that, so stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll be right back.
Home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother. Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell or white paint.
This past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
This is On TV.
We're back. So it's Daphne Dupuis and Jessica Finley from McLeod Highland Dance Studio. I said school. I don't know why I said school the first time. It's studio. I knew it didn't sound right when I said school. We were just looking at the picture of the ice. What do they call that down there at the library? Water. The ice path. Did you skate it? You said you skated on already?
Yeah.
How is it this year?
Well, we went on the coldest day of the year, which wasn't very smart.
Yeah.
But after we got over that, it was actually really fun.
It is. I like it down there. Have you skated down there, Jess?
No. Last time I skated, I caught my toe pick on a chunk and I went flying. So.
You're
Don't
not
go skating anymore.
But dancing you still do.
Yes.
So McLeod Highland do you know how many years Catherine and the family have had with McLeod Highland Dance Studio?
Oh my.
It's like, I think it's like 30, close to 30, is it?
Yeah, longer than that.
Catherine, we're sorry we forget. But it's been a long, no, they've been around forever.
Yeah.
Where's Catherine now? Is she sort of moved away right now or what?
Yeah, she moved over to Angus, Ontario. It's by the Barrie area.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So who's running things down at the studio then?
So Erin's our primary teacher, and then I'm in charge of the cadet squadron, and then Daphne and Heather are other instructors.
Yeah, so I teach the primary, so the little
ones?
Yeah, like the 3 to 7-year-olds.
You know what that's like, because were you 4 when you started? How old?
Yeah, I was 4 and Jessica was my teacher.
Really? Jessica? Wait, how long have you been dancing then?
20 years.
Yeah, that's not possible. You're not even that old. You started when you were young.
I'm 27. Yeah, I was 7 when I started.
What now? Where Highland dancing? Your family is who's Scottish in your family? No,
my dad.
Oh, your dad is.
Yeah, my dad was actually born in Scotland, and he immigrated here when he was 3.
Because I know your mother is Français.
Yeah, she's a
French Canadian.
Yeah.
So he was born in Scotland. I never knew that about your dad.
Yeah.
Robert. So was it by his encouragement that you should take Highland dancing?
Actually, we saw an advertisement in the newspaper, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Scottish. You want to try this?" And I went, "Okay."
And you loved it.
I did.
What about you? What was your connection to? Your last name is Dupuis. Again, another francophone.
I had no connection to Scottish, actually. I did normal dancing and I didn't really like it.
Normal dancing. I like how you call it that.
I did normal dancing and I didn't like it.
You made me snort. Okay, sorry.
I did it for like 2 years and then I didn't really like it, but I still love to dance. So then we're like, okay, like what are the other options? And I was like, Scottish dancing. And then I started that when I was 4. Now I'm 17, so that's 13 years.
And you're teaching kids the age that you were when you first started.
Yes.
Was Jessica a good influence on you as a teacher? No.
Hey.
So, what are the ages though? You teach 4 to 7-ish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then who teaches the next one?
Heather would probably be the next one. So she teaches, I think her youngest is probably in the 12 age range.
Now, what are cadets? What is that term used for Highland dancers?
So I instruct the Highland Pipe Band for both Air Cadets and the Army Cadets. So it's a joint band.
You do that?
Yes.
I had no idea.
It's a new challenge. It's a really big challenge, but they're doing phenomenal.
I did not know about that affiliation.
Yeah.
Is that new to McLeod?
No. So Catherine actually started teaching the cadets when I was in high school, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was actually her assistant back then, so
And
I
now
have a
you've
pretty
taken
good
over
connection.
that. She must be proud of you.
I hope so.
Does she get home? Does she come home to visit often?
She does.
She does.
She also FaceTimes in on classes.
Oh, nice. She's a lovely lady.
She is.
So now, as far as the school goes, if someone's interested, I mean, this is January. Is it too late for someone to join partway through the year?
Not at all.
No, really? You still allow registration even though it's not August, September kind of thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's always a class level for them too, with the people in their age range too. So even if you're 13 and you want to start, there's other beginner 13-year-olds as well.
There are.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just started taking, you don't know this, but I started taking tap again. And same sort of thing, like there's different levels for a person my age. I don't have to start with like 3-year-olds who are learning how to flat ball change. So that's makes you feel better when you're not stuck in a class.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the same thing with cadets, right? The cadets start at the age of 12, so they're very much older than our typical primary beginners, right? So we have a different skill set for them.
So now, when it comes to Highland dancing or Scottish, do you call it Highland or Scottish, or is there a difference? Is it the same?
I think it's the same. We usually call it Highland dancing.
So do you do all that stuff with the dancing around the swords and dancing around the other things, and it's very much upper body is rigid kind of thing?
A lot of cardio.
A lot of cardio.
Yeah.
Yes, very intense cardio.
So it's great for fitness.
Absolutely.
And a strong core, I would imagine, because you're always lifting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about now the Robert Burns dinner, because this is something that the school's been involved with forever. Oh, the poster's up right now. There it is. Dinner and what?
Kaylee.
What language is that?
Gaelic.
It is Gaelic. What's it mean?
It just means a gathering.
Party.
Gathering. Kaylee.
Yeah.
It's nice. We're having a Kaylee right now. It's at the Marconi Club, as it always has been, I think, for many years anyway.
Yeah.
What's the date? January?
25th.
25th. So that's going to be like a week from Saturday, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tickets are moving?
Oh, yes, they are.
Is it this thing, or just, it's got a real following, right? Oh, look at... this is video from last year or another year. What's this parade we're seeing?
So that's our opening procession. So we always...
Who are all these guys? Where are they from?
So we always pipe in the haggis, which is a traditional Scottish dish.
Yeah, what's
Definitely
that made?
recommend
what's
trying
haggis
it.
made from?
We're not going to talk about it because it might deter people, but it's delicious. It's worth trying once. And then we always do toast to the Queen.
Yeah.
We do toast to the lads and the lasses.
The lads and the lasses.
Yeah, to those who can no longer be with us that we wish were there. Toast to Robbie Burns, of course, because
He was
it's
a
his
poet.
celebration.
He was a poet, was he?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Was he more than that, or was that his main thing? Was he was a poet?
Poetry, lyrics.
Yeah. Oh, he wrote song lyrics too.
Yeah. So the traditional song we play at New Year's is actually one of his, Old Lang Syne.
That was a Robbie Burns poem.
Yes, it is.
We have a dance choreographed to it that we do every year too.
At this thing?
Yeah, it started off as
this thing.
started off as a one-time choreography that I believe Catherine choreographed back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's become a tradition every year, and it's one of those dances that the dancers look so forward to learning. And once you make it to that skill level where you can dance Old Lang Syne, you know you're one of the big kids.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine. Hey, wait a minute.
one of those ones.
Do all ages of dancers attend the Robert Burns dinner? Or is it mostly just to see?
Absolutely.
Really? Even the little ones go?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
they do like their own little like dances, and they have their little like spotlight moments, and then like you have solos for the older people, and then different choreographies for like ranging in age and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's basically, if you're going for the dinner, you're not just getting dinner and the marching and the bands and everything. You're also getting entertainment,
Absolutely.
performances.
Yep. We also do social dancing as well. So we teach you traditional Scottish country dances. People get up, they participate. It's a good time.
Who plays, or is it recorded music, or do you have
it's
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Do you have some pipers and stuff though?
Absolutely. The pipe band from the Air Cadets and the Army Cadets are going to be.
And the Marconi provides the meal. Is it a Scottish? Or
Mostly
the haggis,
Scottish.
the haggis is definitely.
Absolutely. And then we have like traditional roast beef, mashed potatoes,
You
vegetables.
do that? You do roast beef?
Yeah, we also have pasta for the pickier eaters.
For the
traditional.
Marconi fanatics who just love the pasta at the
And the
Marconi
meatballs.
and the meatball.
Yeah.
But roast beef is great.
It is.
What do you have for Scottish dessert? Is there anything? Is there shortbread?
I think we're aiming for trifle this year.
Oh, right
We always
on.
try to do something a little traditional.
Where do we get tickets, please?
You can get them online on our Facebook page, or you can
Really?
contact the studio, and then we can do it that way as well.
Oh, Michael's put the poster back up again
Yeah.
too. I believe the phone number and everything.
Exactly.
Facebook page, call. I'm sure you can even just Google McLeod Highland Dance,
Oh, yes.
and you'll get a phone number there as well.
Exactly.
So nice to see you guys. So this is your second time on the show with me? Yeah, and this is your third time on the show
Yes,
with me.
it is.
Please come back again. You're so
Sounds
delightful.
good.
Okay,
Thank you.
so it's the Robert Burns dinner at the Marconi on January 25th. Get your tickets. And are you going to be performing, Jessica?
I am.
Lovely. That's worth the price of admission alone. Don't trip on your toe pick. Okay. Nice to see you, Daphne. We'll be back with Luann after this.
This is On TV.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation. Because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Something that you just have to check out. I am so relieved that she's finally back. You have got to go to YouTube and find Paris Hilton's Cooking with Paris show.
Luann, I just saw a glimpse. I didn't even check it out because I just thought, this is ridiculous. There's something about...
So it's a galley kitchen. There's a shot down this galley kitchen, which is, you know, to the max. Everything's awesome, right?
Oh.
So yeah. The shot that I saw, see the door there?
Yeah.
It's kind of, you can see through it. There's a window pane there. So she's standing behind the door and she opens the door and she says, "Hello, it's Paris. I'm back." Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm an amazing cook.
Yeah, Paris Hilton known for her cooking. I just saw a little glimpse that said Paris Hilton's back with her famous lasagna. Did you watch any of it?
No. Good Lord.
She can't, come on. Is she that broke? Did she lose all of her money? What happened?
And then...
Didn't she inherit a Hilton fortune?
She did. And then her sous chef is the dog, Diamond, that she carries around. While she's cooking, she's carrying a dog with the hair floofing all over.
Public health would never allow that to happen.
But it's Paris.
It's Paris.
So she can do what she wants.
I can't imagine eating her lasagna. It's like, hair.
Oh, I can floss. But seriously, Paris, honey, good luck.
What?
No, good luck to Paris.
She needs to stop it. She's tried everything. She tried
singing?
She did. She tried.
She tried the sex tape thing?
Well, that was the one thing she was good at. She tried acting.
She tried acting.
She's trying baking now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dog?
No, there's another one too.
How many dogs does she? Don't put that dog in the microwave. Oh my God, I thought you. Don't put that dog in the pot, Paris. Whatever you do.
You know what? And she's got those gloves on. What is she
cooking
like
with gloves on? Oh, and I just.
And look at how I just gonna lean.
My sink is so deep. I washed my dog in this sink. Here's the dog. What? I'm gonna cook it right now.
Did you check out my rainbow?
This is the secret to my lasagna. You cook a chihuahua. It's called Mexican lasagna.
And you put it in a little sweater to give it a little bit more fiber. So enjoy my very special lasagna recipe.
I call it Chihuahua lasagna.
Chihuahua lasagna.
Okay.
And the dog I saw, the other dog, was a blonde, furrier thing.
Maybe that was just Paris without her hair combed out.
Oy, really?
She's wearing that rainbow sweater. Good thing she's not going to that Catholic girls' school in Tennessee or wherever that girl got. Did you hear about that girl?
Yes. 15 years old, she got freaking expelled.
Expelled because she was wearing a rainbow sweater with a rainbow cake, and they thought that was an LGBTQ plus thing. She's not. She's not a member of the
She's
LGBT.
15. She wasn't even in the school when she was wearing it. She was in a restaurant
having a birthday party.
In a restaurant having a party with her mother.
And they saw this.
And they suspended her.
She sees this on social media and thinks that she's making a statement about being queer, and so they suspend her. Now she
then there's Paris Hilton.
But she had vaped. This girl who got kicked out had vaped apparently, and then she did something. She was 2 infractions.
Not vaping.
It was the final straw. Anyway,
you know what? I mean, we go from Paris Hilton to someone like that. I mean, are we like, what's wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I'll tell you something. I missed this yesterday, and I'm going to share this with you. In 1919, you're not ready for this. There was a thing called the Great Molasses Flood in Boston, Massachusetts. 2 million gallons of molasses. A storage tank burst in Boston, Massachusetts in 1919. 2 million gallons of molasses.
They didn't make beans for years.
You know what happened? 150 were injured and 21 people drowned.
I was going to say, I was going to joke, can you imagine drowning by molasses?
Okay, it was 1919. We shouldn't laugh. Because there are people alive today who are the relatives of those people, but
that's so
drowning by molasses.
Wow, that's a drastic way to blowing bubble. Oh God, molasses bubbles out your nose.
Here's the news coming up next with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Molasses, who knew?
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
First legal cannabis store is set to open in early March. Hello Cannabis will open on Northern Avenue and employ about 20 people. Company CEO Stephen Verbeek opened Hello Cannabis in Hamilton and was one of the first medical cannabis stores to open in Canada. The store will sell dried cannabis and oils, edibles, and beverages. Edibles became legal in Canada at the end of last year. Meanwhile, cannabis edibles, extracts, and topicals will be available for sale through the Ontario Cannabis Store's website this morning. The province's pot distributor says 70 new items tested by Health Canada can be purchased online as of 9 this morning. Among the new products are cannabis-infused chocolates, cookies, soft chews, mints, tea, and vapes. These products were made available in physical Ontario Cannabis stores earlier this month. Cannabis topicals, concentrates, and beverages are expected to arrive in stores in future months as licensed producers ramp up their manufacturing capacity and introduce new products to the market. OCS President Cal Bricker says he's hoping the expansion of products will help combat sales of cannabis through the underground market. Due to the number of trees downed by the snowstorms earlier this month, the Bruce Mines Snow-O-Rama for Easter Seals Kids has been rescheduled to Saturday, February 22nd. The Bruce Mines Snow Glider volunteers are working hard to clear those trails and invite all fellow sledders to come out and spend a day on the trails in support of children and youth with physical disabilities. Teachers in the Ontario French system are starting a Work to Rule campaign today, meaning they will no longer be completing some administrative duties. The union says this is only the first phase of its job action. The move means that all major unions representing the province's teachers are now taking part in some form of labor action. Yesterday, Lecce announced plans to compensate parents of children affected by rotating strikes in a move that union leaders characterized as a bribe. Under the plan, parents whose kids aren't yet enrolled in school but attend school-based childcare centers affected by the strikes will get the most money, while those with children in grades 1 through 7 will get the least. While parents of secondary school students won't get any funding, those with children with special needs up to age 21 will get $40 a day.
The point is, it's important not to jump to conclusions until you really have put all of the information that is available together.
Transport Minister Mark Garneau says Canada is pushing Iranian authorities to provide Canadian investigators with greater access to the Ukraine International Airlines flight PS-752 probe. In a press conference, Garneau explained what that might mean, particularly for reading the plane's flight data and voice recorders known as the black boxes. An Iranian-fired surface-to-air missile downed the airline minutes after takeoff from Tehran's airport, killing all 176 people on board, including 57 Canadians.
There's a great deal of data that we do not have at the moment. One is, as you know, one of the black boxes is a voice recorder, and so there's important information on the voice recorders, and also the technical data with respect to the aircraft itself in the other black box. And those will, we believe, give us a much more precise understanding of exactly what happened. Yes, we can say a missile struck the airplane, so we know why the plane was brought down, but we don't know anything about after that happened. And as you know, if you looked at the radar, the airplane did continue in a loop before it tragically impacted the ground. What was happening during that time?
A small plane crashed yesterday in a Utah neighborhood, killing the pilot as the aircraft narrowly avoided hitting any townhomes.
I was in my house, minding my own business, and I heard a big crash, obviously. Louder than anything that should be happening around here. So I thought, shoot, the garbage can hit the garbage outside or something of that nature. So I went out front, and across the street from me, literally over a vinyl fence, there was a plane crashed, engulfed in flames. So at that point, obviously, I'm concerned. So I jumped the fence, which is literally right across the street from me. And about a minute after we got there, the plane just exploded.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
So even J-Lo has regrets. I know. She's a little upset she didn't get an Oscar nomination.
Well, maybe she should have done a better film.
Well, seriously, I saw Hustlers.
Not Academy
and I
Award
love her.
You love
She's
J-Lo.
phenomenal. She can do anything she wants to do. She shouldn't have done what she wanted to do with Hustlers. But she said that she does have a regret. She passed on a role that when she read the script, she thought it kind of wasn't complete in her mind. The movie was called Unfaithful. So Diane Lane, Richard Gere, and Olivier Martinez were in it. Fairly successful. She said Diane Lane was made to do the part, but she said every single time I think of myself passing up that role, I want to shoot my toe off. Isn't that funny?
I think I might have seen Diane Lane's a great actress. Where's she been lately?
Well, she's got to be my age.
I haven't seen her in a film in a while. I liked her as an actress.
She's beautiful. Beautiful.
So you were talking was it earlier this week? Chrissy Metz from This Is Us.
She signed in
with
music
Universal
contract.
Music Group. You told us that. She signed
in Nashville.
Did you hear about Mandy Moore?
No.
Mandy Moore's on the same show, This Is Us. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mandy Moore plays a character on This Is Us. Mm-hmm. Mandy Moore has just announced it's her first album in over a decade.
Yeah, because she's an awesome singer.
Well, here's what's weird. I didn't really know much about Mandy Moore, the singer. So I went back and I looked at a music video from 1999.
Wow.
The song was called Candy. She was such a baby. She was just
really?
Oh my gosh, she was so young and not great, very bubblegummy poppy.
Right.
And then I Want to Be With You, very affected, singing those vowels instead of singing I, she'd go or me, instead of singing me, she'd go meh.
Oh,
you know, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like a Katy Perry.
Well, can I tell you that she's completely changed her style now?
Really?
I watched her newest one.
Well, it's maturity, I would think.
She has her new album is called, Silver Landings. It's her first album in over a decade. Plus, she's also doing tour dates, and this is in addition to still acting on
busy.
This Is Us. So the music video for the single is called "Save a Little for Yourself." Completely different Mandy Moore.
Is she not married to David Foster too?
No.
That's
the girl who was on American Idol, and she sang "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and I forget her name.
Yes.
But Catherine McPhee.
Catherine McPhee.
Oh gosh, I'm firing on all the pistons this morning.
Yeah, for a minute.
So anyway, Mandy Moore. So check it out. There's her album. She's a completely different artist than she used to be. It's very mellow though.
Oh, good.
Very, very mellow, very sort of soft pop kind of thing.
And she also does commercial for hair color.
Does she, Mandy Moore?
Yes. Yes, she does.
And
she's everywhere.
Do you have anything else? You have Beyonce. What's that? Oh.
Beyonce has designed a line of workout wear, athletic wear.
Yeah.
And there's a bazillion pieces in it. She's gifting it to her friends. So Reese Witherspoon is on video talking about how there's a parcel here. I haven't ordered anything. Let's go find out. She goes, and there's this huge orange box, huge, on wheels in her driveway, and she's freaking out. She doesn't know what it is. She opens it up, and it's every single piece from Beyonce's line that she gifted to her.
I'm jealous of Beyonce and
I want some B.
I want to be friends with Reese Witherspoon.
Me too.
She did a video with her son about learning how to do TikTok or those little little video things, anyway, Instagram videos. The cutest thing ever. Her son teaching her how to do a dance that you can put on.
She seems like you could just sit down and have a cup of coffee.
That's what I think,
right?
Too. Let's call her.
And
maybe we can get some Beyonce wear.
Right?
Okay, so let's see if I can say it right. You can help me. Ecole, publique, Ecole des Rapides.
École publique, École des Rapides.
Okay, so that's the school.
Yes.
It's
a French school.
It's right here in Sault Ste. Marie, and we had the principal on of the school last year, I think, but this time we've got a couple of the instructors. So stay tuned for that on this Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother! Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell or white paint.
Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
Okay, bienvenue. We return. Nous retenons.
Très bien.
Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim. Mornings. Tell me morning again.
Le matin.
Le matin. So, if you haven't guessed already, I'm taking French lessons right now.
This is, by the way, apparently.
Peggy Running, Jean-Philippe Savard.
Exactly.
Okay. They are 2 of the instructors at Ecole, publique, Ecole des Rapides.
A plus.
A plus.
A plus.
And you are on...
we are on Hugo Street, 145 Hugo, the old St. Mark's.
The former St. Mark's School. Now, we did have your principal on last year, I think,
yes,
on the show.
Yes.
But you've come back on to tell us some updates, because the school is expanding. We've got new things going on, new programs happening, new instructors. How exciting.
Yes. Well, first of all, we have a wonderful staff, very young and enthusiastic staff. And now, for the first time, all of our staff are Suites who have roots here and are planning to stay. So that's helping with the growth of our school also.
That's exciting.
Not to mention, exactly, because they're not thinking of family in another city. They're all in here.
And they're not going anywhere. They're staying.
They're staying.
They're in for the long haul.
Exactly, which is wonderful. So the reason that we wanted to come back on was also to let people know who we are and where we are, because very often we mention where we work and people say, and where is that? Mm-hmm. And they haven't heard of us. So we want to make sure that people know that we are on Hugo Street, as you mentioned. We're in the former St. Mark's School. There have been many renovations, so if any of you attended before or taught there as I did, we now have walls, which is very beneficial.
Yes.
And we have all the recent updates. We're full of smart boards. We've got all kinds of technology. We're very well equipped as far as that goes. Our school is growing. We are up over 100 students now.
Wow.
So
that's like 10 times what you were when you started.
When we started, exactly. And so
that's fantastic.
Of course, the bulk of our students are in the younger grades because that's where we started. So we're up to, I think our first group is in grade 5 now. And so we did accept other students from other grades, but our focus has been on the younger ones and moving forward with them, and we are seeking to grow more.
Jean-Philippe, is this from JK to grade? Which grades do you teach are available at the school?
All of them. I teach all of them.
So from kindergarten to grade 8, is that right then? Okay. You are a rather new Suite.
Yeah.
Thanks to a friend of mine, Alexandria Gibbons. Thanks for bringing him here.
Who is our wonderful grade 1 teacher.
Alex teaches grade 1 now. Now, I met Alex through theater. Amazing. As I know your daughter, Lauren.
Yep.
Through theater, Alex was is probably still an amazing singer, but she went to University of Ottawa to study music. And who did she meet there but her future husband, Jean-Philippe? So, you're from where originally, Jean-Philippe?
From a town called Saint-Anne-des-Monts. It's in eastern Quebec. It's like 18 hours from here.
Okay, so then you met Alexandria, and eventually the 2 of you ended up back in Sault Ste. Marie.
Exactly.
Explain your role at the school, because this is pretty exciting.
So with the help of my wife and with the help of the school, I heard that there was a place for a music program.
A music program, which is sorely lacking in many other schools. And anyway, go on.
A lot of teachers and parents say that they would love for that to happen. I have a lot of experience in music teaching. Have already built a few music programs as well in my life. So I decided to, why not give it a chance? So with the help of the school, we built that program.
So
together.
you actually got to design the music program for the school. That's got to be kind of a dream job, I would think. Wouldn't you think, as an instructor and somebody who has a passion for music?
Yeah, it was great. It was very fun.
So what happens with this program also is that there are time slots during the day for individual lessons.
Get out of here.
And there are also group lessons at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So for parents, having been a parent of 3 kids and trying to run them around to everything, it's wonderful that you can just leave them there a little bit longer. Cuts down on the babysitting costs.
Right.
And you leave them there a little bit longer and then they get their music
instruction.
Jean-Philippe.
Does Alex help with the music instruction, even though she's teaching grade 1?
No, she can't. She's
can't.
teaching all day.
She's teaching all day. Okay.
She would love to, but...
okay, so and Peggy, you mentioned that you were you were a teacher. How many years did you teach?
A lot.
A lot. And you actually came out of retirement to come back to teach kindergarten.
Yes, I put my name into supply at Ecole Rapide, and I've been there ever since. And I'm now permanent there, and the reason being is because I believe so much in the program and that I really want to see it grow. I love seeing kids learning both of the languages that they're able to, and it's just so important. And if you have that opportunity to give that to your child, why not?
Right.
So we invite you to come down and see us.
Do you have any kind of open houses or anything?
Well, that's the whole thing. We invite you to come and see us at any time. We're open any time for you to come and visit. We will give you a tour. But we also have Bienvenue à la maternelle, so welcome to kindergarten, happening. What's the date?
That's
Where's the
okay.
date?
You find that
We
date?
have a date. It's not on there. The 22nd.
22nd of January?
22nd,
There it is, right there.
yes, from 4:30 to 6:30. And if you want to call the school at 254-3388, we will set you up with whatever you like. If you want to come in beforehand and get an idea of what we offer, then anyone will give you a tour, actually.
Right.
And because we're all just as proud of our school as any other teacher.
Right. Jean-Philippe, do you offer must you be fluent in French to attend Ecole Rapide? Or can people be could you take maybe students who've been in French immersion who want to learn more?
They could probably be able.
Okay. What's the scoop on that, Peggy?
So we do have admissions criteria. They're very loose.
Okay.
So the first thing is, in any French language school, if your child speaks French, obviously you are admissible. If you speak French, your child is admissible. If you have attended a French language school, your child is admissible. So even if you've let your French fall off, if you attended a French language school, there is no question you are able to register your child. However, we are very inclusive. We serve the whole of the city. We bus from anywhere in the city.
You do?
Yes, because we are the only public French language school.
Elementary.
Exactly.
There is a French language high school, is there not, in the public system?
No.
There is not?
No.
So
that is in the Catholic system.
Okay.
Yes.
So from kindergarten to grade 8, you're the only full French language school in the city, so you bus from everywhere.
That is public.
That is public.
Public.
Right, of course, yes.
Yes, so we are public.
Okay.
And so the other criteria is that you be interested in your child learning French within our school, and very important is that you would go through an admissions committee. Now, this is not a tribunal sort of thing. This is simply so that you engage in supporting our school with the French language and with our culture, because those are the two things that we teach. And so communication is done in French, which is not a problem. My mother was an Anglophone, sent me to a French school, and she was able to figure it all out along the way.
Right.
And everyone is there to help you anyway, whether it be another parent, whether it be calling us and saying, I don't quite understand this, or coming in with the teacher and going over report cards so that you know exactly what it is saying. So we are open and we are very inclusive.
I see behind us we have the log pusher, draveur.
Le draveur. Drava. That's who we are.
Is that a team? Is that a sports team?
That is our sports team.
Mascot?
That is our mascot for our school.
Oh, look, they got it on the screen right now.
Yes, isn't he beautiful?
He is.
And I was going to wear my sweatshirt with the Drava on, but I thought it might confuse people.
What sorts of activities do you have going on at the school?
So we cover just about everything. We now have a curling team also. We have an award-winning chess team.
Yes.
Yes,
I just learned how to learn. I learned an opening move in chess. I'm not.
Did you?
Yes.
You should continue.
In French.
You should continue.
Okay.
You can come to our school. The little ones would be happy to show you. Anyway, so we have volleyball. We have floor hockey teams. We have our kids go skating once a week.
Nice.
So having such a young staff, they are very interested in being active, and so we do our best to make sure that they are involved with track and field, of course, in the spring.
Yes.
And most notably, our music program with Jean-Philippe.
Do you ever do school concerts or that kind of thing, Jean-Philippe?
There will be one.
There will be one?
At the end of the classes, there will be one.
Fantastic. So, once again, it's just a reminder about the open house. It's January the 22nd.
Yes.
So how do you say that? Wait, don't tell me. 22 janvier.
Très bien.
Exactly.
Merci. At the school on Mark's. No! I don't say Mark Street, Tim. It's Hugo Street.
The former St. Mark's. You're more than welcome to call it the former St. Mark's.
Okay, and so drop in anytime.
Anytime, really.
Thanks for being here, Peggy.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Jean-Philippe.
Nice to meet you.
Please give my best to Alexandria.
I will.
And we'll be back to say goodbye with Luann right after this. Just after we wrapped up, Peggy said, "Oh, I forgot to mention, they do preschool.
Yes.
Twice a week at Ecole Rapide, and also after school care.
Yes.
So that's another bonus there.
So, and if you need some help, just go to the school, give them a call.
There you go.
Brand new. They've been there 6 years, and she says people still do not know we're here.
Guess what?
They do now.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday! We did it again. Look at us. We can't even help ourselves.
I know, and yet
you and us
together,
we made it through the
magical
weekend.
For a team.
We are, just like KC Security.
Oh,
we're such an awesome team because of them, because they sponsor us. We so appreciate it, you guys.
We appreciate
really
you
do.
too.
We really do. We hope that you have an awesome rest of your Thursday.
See you tomorrow.
Friday morning.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place